The Prom is the brand new Netflix original film directed by Ryan Murphy and has one of the best casts of the year, including Meryl Streep, James Corden, Nicole Kidman, Andrew Rannells, Kerry Washington, Keegan-Michael Key, Joe Ellen Perlman, Ariana DeBose, and Tracy Ullman. And basically this movie, guys, is about after the PTA of a conservative high school in Indiana bans same-sex couples from attending the prom. A gang of flamboyant Broadway stars try to boost their image by showing up to support this lesbian student who wants to take her girlfriend to the prom. Welcome, and this movie is 2 hours and 12 minutes long and is PG-13. It is a musical. Welcome back to a brand new Netflix review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. Before we get to this review of The Prom, let me know your thoughts on this movie, non-spoiler fashion, in the comment section down below. Guys, gotta let me know. Talk about this movie. It's one of your favorite musicals of the year. Tell me just where it ranks for you on the year, and tell me your favorite performances, your favorite characters, and did you even like the movie? Tell me all of that in the comment section down below. Tell me, is this one of your favorite Ryan Murphy projects? All those things. Let's have a good conversation in the comment section down below. Also, the best way to support this channel is to please hit that like button. That helps the algorithm so more people can check out this review. Also, please subscribe to if you are new to the channel. Welcome to Max Talks Movies. I do Netflix movie reviews in general, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, and movie rankings. So if you're into any of those things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell. So let's get into reviews. I'll go through my positive, my negative, and then I'll give you my score out of 5 stars. So let's get into positive. So I was really excited heading into this movie. Ryan Murphy, again, he's obviously the main person to talk about as well as the cast. Very hit or miss. Really, for me, his main project that I really loved was The Politician, which I have reviewed on this channel. I'll put it next to my head at the end of this video. But I really love The Politician. He's the showrunner for that show. And he has had some misses. Ratchet, I heard, was pretty terrible. Hollywood have heard a lot of mixed reviews about. So he's very much hit or miss. But this cast was all-star, and I told you that in the intro. This is easily one of the best casts you'll get all year. You know, it's a weird year. We've had some great casts, like The Devil All the Time, which is a really fantastic cast. Happiest Season has a great cast, but these are a lot of award-winning, not just Academy Award-winning, Emmy-winning actors that are in this movie. Just like Charles Corden, a lot of Academy Award-winning, Emmy, Tony Award-winning actors make their way into this film. So you have all these people choosing the project, and that also got me very excited. Again, now, am I a musical person? Absolutely not. I'm probably not the person for this film, but when musicals are done right, in my opinion. They can be really fantastic. Jingle Jangle was a musical that released last month that I really had some fun with. So haven't really seen a lot of musicals this year, but Jingle Jangle is one. Now we get another one, and also both with Keegan-Michael Key. So let's get into my positive. First of all, I do believe that this cast is really fantastic, as I said before. Meryl Streep, who now I've seen a new movie of hers for the second consecutive day. Yesterday, her movie Let Them All Talk came out on HBO Max, and now a new movie on Netflix for her. So bam, boom, these last 2 days for Meryl Streep, who... Now, is she giving an Oscar-level nomination performance? No. I think at the Oscars, she will be missed this year. Normally, we do see her, even if she's in a okay movie. If she's in these 2 movies, which are big roles for her, both really aren't Academy Award worthy, doesn't mean that she's not great. She still is one of the best actresses who's ever lived. And you can tell that she acts around circles in front of a lot of the people. But she's still a great, great actress, and she absolutely kills it in her role. Again, there really isn't a main character. I'll tell you, really the main character of the movie is this kid played by Joe Ellen Perlman. So, but again, Streep is really good. James Corden, I was kind of nervous about. James Corden plays a character who is gay. And obviously, if you guys know, James Corden is not gay. I think that's where a lot of controversy, I think where the movie will come from, is the fact that James Corden, who is straight, is playing a gay person. Now, I personally didn't have a problem with that, but I'm straight, so I don't really have a huge issue with it, but I get why. And I would actually really understand why a gay person should play a gay role. I'm all for that. But it did fit, and I thought James Corden actually had one of the best character arcs in the entire film. He was, again, I really couldn't stand him in his small role in super intelligence. And I do enjoy James Corden. I do like the Late Late Show. When he pops into the right projects, he is good in my opinion, not terrible. A lot of people do not like James Corden. If you don't like James Corden, I don't know how you're going to make it through this movie. He is one of the main characters of the film. As well, I am a big fan now of Andrew Reynolds, I think is to pronounce his name, who obviously came from Broadway doing The Boys in the Band show. And then he did, I forgot that he voiced Matthew in Big Mouth, which I just reviewed. I thought he just had his best season in Big Mouth. Just saw him act in The Boys in the Band, which is now the movie version of that. So I've seen him pop up now everywhere the past couple of months, and deserved so. He is fantastic in here as well. He also has probably my favorite song of the entire film, just talking to the bullies at the school about just loving thy neighbors, I think is the name of the song. That was easily my favorite song of the entire film as well. As again, Nicole Kidman, is she great in it? Yes. So is Keegan-Michael Key, who again pops in, has a bigger role than I expected. I also think the kid roles, Joe Ellen Pellman and Ariana DeBose, do a good enough job, a pretty serviceable job in their roles. Kerry Washington's good in her role. So the acting is great. I also think the color correction, the way the movie looks, is very energetic, very exciting, very easy to watch. And a lot of the songs are fun to listen to and watch on screen. And Murphy does a good job directing the movie. It feels very over the top? Of course it is, but it does work on those regards. Now, this movie is no perfect film, and let's get into that with these negatives. So as a whole, guys, I was pretty disappointed with this movie as a whole. It's not a bad movie, and you'll see that in my score. But this movie, for me, had the potential to honestly be one of the best movies of the year. It had all of the right pieces really in place. And at the beginning of the movie, I thought we were kind of going in that direction, even though I did like the third act. The message that the third act was sending, I still think that the movie had very much underdeveloped characters, and a lot of the characters who should not be redeemable in the cliched third act that were redeemed. The main or overarching villain, I guess you would say, of the movie, there really isn't a villain. It's not that type of movie. But the main antagonist to the characters is Kerry Washington, who plays Mrs. Green, who's the head of the PTA, who's very, we'll just say it, she's pretty homophobic in this movie. And she has a daughter who is secretly in love with our main character, but she doesn't know that, obviously. And there's a redeemable, and again, her character fell very cliche, something that shouldn't really be in this movie. And again, the main issue with the movie is that this movie is tackling a really serious topic that should be discussed more in films. Obviously, I saw two LGBTQ movies last month in Happiest Season and Uncle Frank, and they're both in my top 10 of the year, both terrific movies. And this movie had a really good message to it as well. But for some reason, this movie's message doesn't hit nearly as hard as those two films as well. A lot of the characters are very underdeveloped. As I said, Keegan-Michael Key has this bit of a romance in the movie with Meryl Streep, and that's how Meryl Streep kind of becomes a better person. And I wasn't a huge fan of their relationship. And Nicole Kidman, I said, is Nicole Kidman great? Yes, Nicole Kidman I don't think has ever been bad in any movie or TV show. Easily one of the best working actresses in Hollywood today. But she was very much in the background here. If you came from Nicole Kidman, she really isn't in it, even though she's, as I said, this is the gang that went to find Joe Ellen Pellman's character, Emma, but she's very much in the background. She has maybe a song or two that's just herself, but she doesn't really get to do a lot, and you kind of forget about her character throughout the movie. She feels very meaningless throughout the film. That was a big disappointment as well. Also, there are times where the movie tries to be super serious and then tries to go back to being super over the top, and sometimes those tones don't mix. And also, guys, this movie is 2 hours and 12 minutes. This is a long movie, and the runtime was felt by me. I had to check the time of the movie twice during the film, and that was also a bit difficult because when it's a musical, it should be moving fast, and it was moving fast. But for some reason, we get to the middle of the movie, and you think that the main thing why we're here happens, maybe not in a good or bad way. And I looked, and the movie was only an hour and a half left. I was like, what are they going to do with the rest of the movie? And that's what it kind of felt like, guys. So Again, great cast. Are the songs catchy? I wasn't really humming any of the songs once I watched the movie, but there are some really powerful songs in here. I think Meryl Streep is a good song. Um, it's a song that's supposed to be not about her, but it clearly is about her. And Andrew Reynolds has a great song in The Mall, which is my favorite song of the whole film. But this movie easily could have been an Oscar contender, easily could have been one of the best movies of the year. But for me, it didn't. It fell flat. It fell right into the cliches that this genre just doesn't need at this point. If you're trying to tell this great message, don't fall into those cliches. And that's what the movie really heavily goes on. So as a whole, guys, I'm going to give The Prom a 3 out of 5 stars, a 57%. It is fresh for me. It's too well acted, too well directed, and the color correction is fantastic. And some of the songs are pretty great, but some characters that just weren't developed, some character arcs, and characters like Nicole Kidman who just fell right in the background, and kid actors who didn't get enough to do in the film. So that's my review of The Prom. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button. Do you agree with my opinion or not? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be watching Safety, the brand new Disney Plus movie, tonight. That review will be coming out tomorrow morning. That's my next review here on this channel. If you like more Netflix film reviews, that's popping up in my head. If you like Ryan Murphy, I've already reviewed The Politician here on the channel. That's popping up as well right next to my head. So a lot to go down. Please subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified when I drop some more videos here on Max Talk Movies. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.